So that should be good. At the very least, I can save the VOD on YouTube. So it's good. All right. So the goal here today is to, let me take this chat window, put it over here. Oops. Yeah, the goal here today is to potentially put a screen up here for an OBS preview window. So we've got the main screen, the side screen, and now this other screen. And then I want to put another one up here. So I've got a few ways of doing that. I can attach it to this bar, but I also have another thing back here that I could potentially use. Just need to disconnect it. I guess I could show it off. This is a newer branded bar thing in the back, but then I have another stand that's basically, I put it on here to hold the bar a little bit more stably. But I could probably just move it to the other side. So I've got this thingamajig. It's the crossbar. And then got two screen options. We have, these are kind of dusty. Let me dust them as I'm talking. I could also turn this on just in case. It's this. Yeah. So this is an Andy Cine A6 Pro 5.5 inch. And it's got the shield on it at the moment. I can take that off if I want. And then you can input USB-C power, 5 volt, type C, or I tend to use this 12 volt DC input because I have a bunch of those 12 volt barrel jack DC power things from old hard drives, you know, external hard drives and other stuff. And then I've got this Viltrox DC 550 Pro. I think I'm probably going to, I mean, they look about the same size. Actually, yeah, this screen looks pretty much the same size. But I think I'm going to put the Andy Cine one up here. Because I feel like I could use this other one for a few other things. So this one has a dial on the side for adjusting its own settings, I assume. It also has a thing for LUTs with a SD card. Function buttons on the top. This one also has a 5 volt USB-C input and the 12 volt input barrel jack connector. And they both have battery connections. This one also had another thing on the side that I took off. But maybe better to keep this around for other stuff. I do have another computer over here that I could potentially, I mean, I had one of them connected to this computer. So I've got this thing I could use. That would be the simplest, fastest method. But are we simple and fast here? I'm not sure. And then I've got Where does this go? I guess I can leave that connected for the moment. All right, this thing. So I need to loosen it. This is kind of a limited space. A lot of stuff around. So I can loosen this. Hopefully it doesn't fall. I'm doing that. I have. No, I don't have anything attached to it. Okay, did I just loosen the wrong thing? No. It's just really stuck on there. There we go. Very adhered. There's just so many wires and cables and stuff. Okay, I think the desk is just too close for me to easily pull this out. There we go. So we got this. I never did a video on this. This is a newer branded TL 283. On the top here it has a 1/4-20 connection. This comes off, obviously. The chair is getting in my way. It's kind of a... Well, yeah, so this TL 283 from Newer, and then it came with a ball head 1/4-20 connection here as well as on the top, and then one here. Maybe can I somehow do a review of this right now? I'm trying to think. Because it would be nice to, what's the word? Amortize the costs of it by making video. Trying to think, I would need to zoomed out. Yeah. So I'm just going to check and see what all was in that thing that I bought. That included this. As well as this. And potentially this. But I could just do like a combo deal. Bro. I don't think I did a video on these either. Technically, I could do a stream of this stuff. Multi-stream thing. No, it's already 11. Yeah, maybe I should plan this and then... Oh, is this... Okay, it looks like this thing is already unlisted on Amazon. Well, okay, and also this is no longer, man, that's no longer there. Oh, that one's there. 283. Yeah, that one's there. No, those are still there. So this one comes with I think it's over here. Comes with this little dealie. So we got a 1/4-20 connection on both ends. And this is normally used with lights, studio lights, because they come with a thing that will clamp on there. I do probably have some sort of example. Let's see. Yep. So we've got this. This is a lighting thing, so you can put a umbrella, like a diffusion umbrella, through this hole, and then you clamp a flash here, potentially, camera flash, and then here's the connection point. So this is going to go into here, and this clamps down on that. And then of course now you've got a 1/4-20 connection, which go like this if you want. Yeah, I could do some type of quick overview. But I think this will work nicely. Do it in a way that makes sense. So we've got this thing came with it, with this, as well as just looking at the thing that I bought on Amazon so I can show all the pieces properly. Let's see, we've got the ball head, the clamp, and then this one came with some type of screw thing. This is, yeah, oh, this is the DS008. And that one says DS001. Okay, this came with a phone mount. I probably have some footage of this, but I don't think I used it. Let's see. CM28, no, that's the microphone. Might be this. No, not that. Nope. Could have sworn that I had something. Whoops. I don't know. Maybe this. No. OBS. Okay. Yeah, this is okay, so I have a lot from this. Okay, it looks like I did quite a bit. Yeah, I showed the product off. Put this over here. So this is this thing, I think. Wait a second. So there's the phone mount. There's that thing. So this is the cross arm thing. Another phone mount. Oh, that came with the phone mount? Yeah, so what I could probably do is just add this as an example. Yeah, so I was trying stuff out there as well. Let's see what this is. Okay, that's a bag of something. Okay, that's the Godox. I think I did a video on that. And this is, yeah, I did a sewing thing with that. Oops. So, I guess I know I have some footage of stuff. I don't necessarily need to show the accessories. Okay, so this thing, sadly, I didn't make a video on it. Yeah. Oh, that's a different clamp. Oh, yeah, this is a different thing. So I don't think I made a video on that. But I do have it somewhere around here. And I think that it's not listed on Amazon anymore, so it's kind of pointless to do anything at that. Question is what did I do with that? But that's fine. So, what could I do here? I'll put this one away, but I'm gonna put this in my cargo pants. I don't really have the space to get this chair out of here, so it just needs to live here, I guess. Yeah. to my full view again. So I bought that in May, late May. This thing. And for whatever reason, I felt like I didn't have the right stuff to make a decent video, so this says purchased other variations 2 times. Does this come with the side clamp thing? It says view item. Oh yeah, it says this is not available at the moment. Currently unavailable. So this is the DS008. That's okay. So, how can I do this in a way that makes sense? It's probably good. Let's go to the back camera. All right. Maybe I'll just sit down like this. Increase the size of the face cam for the moment. All right, the goal is to potentially put a screen up there. I have a few different options. I can attach it to this bar from Newer if I want to do that. I also have this thing, which is the Newer TL283. It's going to clamp to a desk. And then on the top here, we have a Cord 20 connection, the standard tripod connection for cameras and things like that. That does include a little ball head with the Cord 20 on the top and the bottom. Gives you more flexibility to adjust. So I've got a Viltrox DC550 Pro that I could potentially use, or this Andy Cine A6 Pro as the screen here. We can minimize that. There we go. So either connecting to the bar or having the other one come up. So this is a Start RC clamp. Could also use. This would be the simplest option. Put it on here and tighten it. And now I've got a Cord 20 connection to attach the screen. So this specific one has a connection point on the back that I could do. Doesn't give me quite as much articulation as I want, but that would work. And that's the simplest solution. So I'll think about that. That's a nice clamp. So this is from Start RC. Very robust, all metal. It's got the clamping here, but also clamping for this arm portion. Standard Cord 20 connection on that, and then these rotate to kind of give you a bit of flexibility with what you're clamping to, either a desk or, in this case, a bar. Let's see, back camera. So I can take this clamp here and put it in the back. Need to get some space. So this one does kind of limit what I could do here, or where I could put it rather, because of where I've got the screen. So that's about as close as I can get it, and then I just tighten it down. Oh, shit. Scraped my head on the thing down there. It's good, and you can telescope this as you would like. It's got two telescoping pieces, so I'd probably just do the thinner one. So that there's more weight on the bottom. And then at that point I could easily just put this little tripod head on the top. And then also find the case for the screen. I should have mount. So this is the Andy screen case. There's the, I don't think this screen is available anymore, but has a mount on the side, one on the bottom. This goes, it's got kind of RE locator pins. I don't know if it's the same spec, but those help it to lock in and stay in there and not shift. So now I can rotate this, but the actual mounted thing doesn't rotate. And this, I can adjust this if I want to get it out of the way. It does have a cold shoe connection as well. And the bottom, another 1/4-20 connection. So I could do kind of a quick release thing here if I want. And put the screen wherever. Actually, it looks like I could move it, shift this thing a little bit to the side. So it's not going to interfere with the cable here from the camera. There we go. Probably here is good. Whoops. There we go. So in this case, I can pull out a cold shoe connection. Oh, this is a neat little thing as well. Small Rig had sent me a bunch of stuff in the past. So this has some metal plate with a bunch of holes in it, you know. You can basically store mounting gear. So I don't know if I'll need that, but it's a cool little thingamajig. But, oh, what am I thinking? I've got the stuff back here. This is not the one. It's probably not this one. You need to kind of shake them to know what's inside. I think that's the GoPro stuff. I think that's GoPro stuff. Yes. So one of these. This is a cold shoe connection on the top. And then you can mount it, of course, with the quarter 20 connection. So in that case, it'd be nice if I could add more light to this. More light. So watch this. Go like this. And then like this. Actually, before I do that, so I just noticed this is wobbling a little bit more. I've got this newer, I have this newer DS008 crossbar, and right now I have connected to it this small rig clamp. So this crossbar is able to rotate the top portion here if you want. This is geared, so once you lock the top portion in, it will stay in that position very rigidly. And it has a quarter 20 connection here, so I could take that off if I want, but small rig clamp, quarter 20 connection to this DS008 from newer. And it also has ability to rotate this. So if you want to do that, you can do that. Yeah, good amount of adjustment. And then on the other side here, it's a clamp mount for a tube of some sort. So that will just lock in as you tighten this, and then depending on the size of the tube. Yeah. So in this case, if I want to make this more rigid and help this bar not shake as much, I could use this mount and then have it work with this. So looks like it's not quite the right position. I think of what I use to clamp here, or which side I'd use. That's probably fine. Gotta go down here again. Loosen this. And take this. I'm going to use the thicker tube portion for this part. Go. Gonna have this down here. I mean, technically, go like this. Out. I'm gonna do this where it makes sense. Properties. That's not what I want. Filters. Fit to screen. Oops. Bro. Didn't think of a good spot. It's probably good. Yeah, okay. Now you can see what I'm doing. So I've got the vertical piece here. This has 2 bits of telescoping. I'm going to use the thicker section to use this cross bar width. And then I can adjust the position of it so that it works with this clamp. Get the right position, and then obviously I'll clamp this down and make sure that's correct. Tighten this So it should give me a little bit more stability with this back tube here. So I had it on the other side. Just kind of don't want this to get in the way of, whoops. There we go. I'm good. It's on there. This is basically clamped in. Which direction is? It's the other direction? Okay, yeah. So that's clamped in. That's clamped in. Let's loosen this. And then clamp this down. Probably good. And then clamp this down. I think it's off. Like which clamp do you clamp to do it in the right order? Is the question. Probably this one. There we go. Probably good. So now it's a bit more stable. I can still adjust some of this. This is a little bit too tall. So I can loosen this one. And declamp it. So that I can lower this. Tighten that one back up. Put this back on. It's probably good. I can still adjust the height of this one. So in this case, I've got this cold shoe connection. Generally with flash, they have a certain look to the, like a metal plate. And that's what this clamps to. But looks similar to this. So this can clamp to here as a quick release. But I'll put this on the tripod. Cord 22 connection. I'll put this on here. Just so that I can do a quick release. So that's good. And then this can go here, but it's clearly in a bad position. Oh, I guess it's barely okay. It's very close to the camera cable, which I'm not thrilled about. Yeah, it's hitting against the... Well, can I swap this? No. Does this one do the same thing? Yeah, it's on the same side. I could put something to shift it. Or I could just do the other clamp. Other thing. Where was that? Yeah, this thing. This one. But also, I was going to show this. If I wanted a temporary light or something. Do that. Yeah. So what could I do to shift it? Don't know. Could go like this. And then go like this. It's like the perfectly awkward position though. So close to the camera. It's like touching it. Huh. I mean, that's not bad. Could also do a back mount though. Instead. And I lose some of the articulation. Yeah, that's like the perfectly worst distance. Sorry, I'm drinking stuff. Probably makes a weird noise. This microphone. Just look through my options of. Whoops. Equipment. There you are. Out of phone mounts. Tripods. The clamp. Got this thing. This is kind of an unusual mount. I mean, it's kind of excessive, but could do like a no, it doesn't quite work. This is not flat. Well, like this to extend. Yeah. Does this give enough extension? It's level 2. This isn't super deep. Still not. It's too small. I'm overcomplicating this a little excessively. It's probably too much. uh, Probably tightened it way too much right now. Crap. There's a tool back to this that I could loosen it. Crap. Of course that loosens and not the other part. Okay. That's actually, oh man, that's a nice just stand. I don't know if I want to use this for this. It's kind of a nice, yeah, table stand. Whoops. Okay, I think this is a bad idea. Tighten this way too much. I like to use that one because it's not going to mark things, but I need, yeah. Can't tell if it's, there we go. That should be good. This obviously gives me much more flexibility. So if I want the screen off to the side, I can do that. Now I need to take this off. All right. Put this thing back on. Now I can adjust that direction. Might be a little too high though. Although I could lower this clamp thing a bit. Oops. The clamp. I can go about as low as that. Oops, we're in the wrong direction, I think. Oops. It's awkward. Okay, so a little bit lower. Still have the ability to do that. Put this back on. Yay! This connection's not the most secure using that friction style mount thing, but now I've got like perfect positioning here. Okay. And then this will go into undetermined. Okay, input. And then I need a power source. Oops. Actually, I'm going to put this behind here. This is the HDMI to DisplayPort. I also have this Amazon Basics one that I haven't opened, but maybe I'll do a live unboxing of some stuff on Amazon so I can essentially get more money from it. So I need a power source. I have a bunch of these 12-volt adapters, but I'll take the one that I was using with it, with one of these. I don't know if I have the connection point down here. No. I need more power connections down here. So I need to take that out for the moment. My lights. There we go. Actually, go back here. This is convenient. It holds the cables back. There you go. I can just do this. It messes up my screens as they flash. Is this on? It is on. That was easy. Can't tell which trying to focus. Yeah. So increase the brightness. Let's do 50%. Turn this off. All right. Nice little doobly-doo screen. And then I do have this as well, but I don't want it to interfere with the... I'll probably have to use this. I just need to readjust it again, but I can do that later. So, ouch. Whoops. Is my microphone working? Yeah. Get some of this stuff out of here for the moment. These go into here. This. That's definitely bright enough. So as well as that, and this. All right, so we've got. I'm gonna show this. Do that, I guess, with back camera. Good. So I've got the little screen here. No, I guess it's fine. See if I can project to this. It's called Field Monitor. Was it running it? There we go. Hello. Oh, hi. And then we're going to add video capture. So there's the preview. That's actually really, really nice. Wow. Another screen. Yeah, so, and the good thing here is that brain is I can see what's actually being shown live in that little preview next to the camera. So if I'm doing a talking to the camera, like a drink review, I can see exactly what I'm doing for the most part, and my eyes are just going to be slightly to the side looking at the screen. So it's better from a presentation standpoint, because a lot of the time I have like an OBS window here or wherever, and it's not as good as that. And that looks good. It's pretty clear from my position. Yeah. I just need more power connections to get my lights going. So, yeah. So what I could do, one of these. What is this? Yeah, that'll work. It's an extension. And I can use the two sides with. And then pull one of these. So I can do that to the screen potentially. It's probably gonna mess up some things, but no, that's a need a triple. I need a triple. that one. So this one will work if I can figure out how to untangle it. It's got the grounding connection. Let this and there we go. We have light, we have screen. So many screens. Cool, that's still working. Yeah. That's a nice looking screen. Oh man. Having that amount of, this is a 1080p and a 5.5 inch screen. It's very sharp looking. I mean, I'm used to 1080p and in much larger screens. I've never gone to 4K at this point. That looks good though. Cool. Need my camera. And this is a 40 on here is probably fine. Go into video mode. Let's put on stabilization. Let's even go with, why is electronic VR disabled? 90. What mode am I in? Oh. Oh, you can't use electronic with 4K. Increase the ISO so I can kind of, I can even just sit, like decrease the brightness on this. It's 33. Yeah, that looks cool. Looks good. Okay. Anyways, I think I'm done for now. That worked very nicely. I'll save that as B-roll. But I mean, turning this into something now is like, what do we even do? But yeah, looks good. Let's see what the back camera looks like. I've still got that running. Yeah, so there's the, and that's a big chunker. I could swap this to the Amazon Basics. And maybe before I end, I can do a quick swap of this. That works. This. Do a live review thing. Start recording again. Actually, let me turn this off. All right, it's blinking. Start recording. I'm going to be unboxing this Amazon Basics HDMI to DisplayPort cable. This is a 6-foot one, or 1.8 meters. Comes in very simple packaging. Yeah. I'm going to be swapping another cable that I have. Oh, I just naturally was looking at that screen instead of I have a screen up here. Let's redo it. Take a look at this Amazon Basics HDMI to DisplayPort cable. This is a 6-foot one, or 1.8 meters. I have another cable set up right here, and it juts out quite a bit. So we'll see if the Amazon Basics cable works a little bit better here. So it's not as awkward with how it's set up. Let's do the unboxing. So I need to cut this on the bottom here. Show the back just in case. Need that. All right. Go. Keep naturally looking at the wrong screen now. There it is. Comes with caps, it looks like. Pretty cool. I like the simplicity. Here we've got the DisplayPort side, that's much shorter. And then the HDMI side. It looks like it's a little bit shorter than the other one, which will be good. And it's not as noticeable, it's just a straight black cable, which I think will work better in my setup. This is a 6-foot one, like I said, 1.8 meters. I think. Yeah, 1.8 meters. Quality feels good. It's a relatively thick cable. It's pretty thick. There's the Amazon Basics labeling. It's the HDMI side. My arms are getting tired holding it up. Cool. It is HDMI to DisplayPort. Yep. So here's the DisplayPort side. Because a lot of graphics cards come with DisplayPort connections rather than HDMI, and so many devices have HDMI only, at least the stuff that I have access to. So I tend to need this type of thing. Yeah, the cable It's decently thick, but it seems like it's got a okay amount of flex to it. Yeah. This is a 6 foot, 1.8 meter one. So I'm going to be swapping this cable here. This is also a HDMI to DisplayPort. I just set this up with having a preview screen. So what's happening here is OBS is outputting directly to this screen as a live preview of what's happening, which is cool. So let's do the swap here. I can't really show much of this, and this is going to go dark as I do that. So I've got the DisplayPort side, of course, goes to the computer. And there's that. I have to try to figure out which direction this goes. It's hard to see back here. I have to get a light. I have a bunch of lights and things. This is a little, what is it called? Police Security Flashlights Company. Actually picked this up at Menards. Whoops, wrong cable. There we go. Let's see. Okay, the flat side is down in my case. There we go. I'm gonna run this back here. Should be good. And easy. Put this in here. Is it a big difference? I'm not sure, but I had bought this extra cable because doing a ton of stuff. It worked. So I've got multiple areas of where I can film stuff now, and having different screens and cameras and things to make it more consistent, more good in some ways. So I've got the stuff, I've got most of the stuff, so I might as well use it type of thing. There we go. It appears to be working nicely. Yeah, so very simple. At the very least, it's just a black cable now. It's not as noticeable. It still juts out a fair amount, but I think that's just how, whoa. Seems a little finicky. It could be the screen. Yeah. Well, it's not doing it anymore, but well, maybe I just didn't, oh, whatever. I don't know if it's the cable or the screen, but it works, and it's fully black, so it's not as noticeable. It does come out a bit. I think this is just how those cables work, most likely. I think that's good. Yeah. Go back to here, and then I can add this back in for the moment, so you can see what's going on. Yeah, there it is. So that was the Amazon Basics HDMI to DisplayPort adapter, 6 foot in this case, 1.8 meters. Seems fine. Actually, I'm using another one in other screen here. Whoops, that was wrong. I have too many things going on here. Which camera is that? Yeah, so this screen here is also using the Amazon Basics cable. And that's worked fine. That's worked for a long time. Now, obviously that one's much older than this new one. But I could try to see if they're similar looking. Okay, it is slightly different. So this one has a white text on it. This one, does this one have? No, this one does not. So they just added some what is that called when it's actual cutout of the text. So in this case, there's no white label. They probably did it to be cheaper, but I think it's better, or it's not going to be flashy. So yeah, it works. Anyways, that was the Amazon Basics HDMI to DisplayPort adapter. Cool. Maybe I should finish the video with more of a not crazy outro. Let's see. See. One more time. Anyways, I have the cable on there. It seems okay. I don't know if it's the actual screen or the cable itself. I did move it a few times and it cut out, but it seems fine. It's a darker cable than the other one I was using, which is better in this area. It's not as flashy and it's simple. It works for the moment. Yeah, so that was the Amazon Basics 6 foot or 1.8 meter HDMI to DisplayPort connection cable. Wait. One more time. Yeah. Have it set up. In this case, it's all black. I think that works much better in this area. It's not as flashy as the other one I was using. Seems to work fine. I did have it connected and moved the cable a little bit, but it did cut out, although right now it seems fine. So hopefully it's all good there. Anyways, it works for the moment. It looks good. It's fine. Yeah, I'm kind of cooked at this moment, so I keep messing up. One more time. I have the cable set up, it's working. It did cut out once or twice when I moved it around, but overall it seems okay. I like that it's not as flashy as the other cable I was using there. It is slightly smaller on the HDMI end than the other cable, but you know, it's better at the very least. So all good there. That was the Amazon Basics 6 foot 1.8 meter HDMI to DisplayPort adapter. Good for graphics cards that have a ton of DisplayPort connections, you know, and so many devices use HDMI still. It makes sense to have a dedicated cable or two to adapt it. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video. Scott of Tech Exposed, thanks. Or Photography Bonsai one. I think I'll put it on the tech channel, maybe. Okay, that's good. Sure you want to stop recording, yes. All right, I'm going to head out, try to edit the other video I was working on, and then potentially do this in the other 50 video projects that I have at the moment that I could work on. More of a, whoops, I shouldn't touch that. It's more of a editing backlog than a, whoops, than anything else. But yeah, that adding that extra screen is really nice. It's just there, and I keep naturally looking at that other thing, but I have this now. Although I'm looking at the screen up there and my eyes are slightly shifted, which isn't great. Huh. Yeah, even just that slight difference between camera, screen. Huh. Also, I think I feel like I need to potentially adjust my A6000's autofocus. Is it doing that again? No, it sees my face this time. But I've noticed in some of the clips that it's been doing priority on different stuff than I would prefer. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna head out. Let's see where my here? Yeah. All right. Peace.